So as is standard by now, Ubisoft has announced a range of different versions for Assassin Creed Valhalla. So to avoid any confusion, I'm going to go through each one of these, what you get and which one I think is the best value. So anyway, let's get right into this. So before I get into any of this, I want to let you guys know how you can save a bit of money, and that's by buying this from the Ubisoft store. I've checked this on the UK, US, French and Netherlands stores just to make sure it's a worldwide thing, but if you go to pre-order the game, there'll be a prompt in the top right corner offering 20% off for literally just 100 Uplay points, which is basically nothing. If you don't have a Uplay account, you can get this in no time. AC2 is free right now, at least on PC on the Ubisoft store, but if you just play through that game, you'll have 100 in no time, and if you do have a Uplay account, you'll probably have 100. It's super easy to get, but you don't want to miss out on this because it's at a point where literally every edition but the standard edition will give you that 100 back, if not more. As well, there's not even a catch to this. Like, I thought maybe they'd like jump up the prices a bit to compensate for that, but they haven't. Buying most of the editions, I think all of them on here, are cheaper than the base prices from game. So definitely check that out as well. It will come the day of release and they'll give you a tracker to see where it is. So yeah, 100% go and do that. As well, if you want to skip to a certain edition in this video, the one that you're interested in, I'll throw up some timestamps now, as well as in the description and the pinned comment. Anyway, let's just get right into the standard edition of the game. So I'm sure you guys can convert this to your own currency, but the standard edition comes in at £50 or 60 US dollars. It's basically what you'd expect from a standard edition, and it has a bonus mission when you pre-order it called The Way of the Berserker, and that's described as you joining a legendary Norse berserker on his quest for revenge. If you don't pre-order it, that's fine, as these missions usually come out on the Ubisoft Club a few weeks after the game's out, as they did with both Origins and Odyssey. So the next two editions I'm going to be going over are the Drakkar and Limited Editions. I've bundled these two together as they're very similar to one another in both their content and also the fact they aren't accessible on the Ubisoft store. So first of all, the Drakkar Edition, which is exclusive to Game, which is a UK retailer, and I can't find it anywhere else, so I guess it's just exclusive to that particular store in the UK, and it costs £58. It's basically the standard edition, but with the usual added digital extras which are described here. You get the Berserker Longship pack, which includes a majestic longship which comes with a unique figurehead and a new set of sails, a new skin to customise your raven, as well as a set of runes to sharpen your weapons or improve the gear of your choice, on top of that Way of the Berserker mission. In terms of the limited edition, that just seems to be another UK exclusive, this one just on Amazon. And as far as I can tell, they're not selling the standard edition, and this is the cheapest one you can get from there, but it's only £2 more, coming in at £52. You of course get that Way of the Berserker mission, but instead of the add-ons the Drakkar edition had, you get the Berserker Settlement Pack, the Haiti Wolf Mount, and a set of runes. Now the next edition is where we start to get into the bigger ones, being the Gold edition, which is £83 and $110, which even when converted, the UK gets a bit of a better deal for some reason. But anyway, the main draw of this version of the game is the Season Pass, which I'm sure is going to be worth it, considering these days there's usually two major expansions, and this game comes from the same team who brought us the Hidden Ones and the Curse of the Pharaohs. Of course, it comes with the Way of the Berserker mission, but as far as I can see, it doesn't come with those bonus runes and the sales as the Drakkar Unlimited editions did. So if you care about the cosmetics, you want the next edition, which is the Ultimate Edition, which for some reason isn't available in the US. I've checked Best Buy and the American Amazon for you guys, and it just isn't there, but it's on the Ubisoft store for UK, France and the Netherlands, so I think it's everywhere but America for some reason, although you aren't missing out massively unless you care about things like skins, bonus weapons and all that. It costs £100 usually, however it's down to 92 right now, and it includes the Season Pass, Way of the Berserker and all that stuff, but it also has the Ultimate Pack. This includes the Berserker Gear Pack, which gives you an axe, the Ursine Light Shield, a skin for your raven, the Haiti Wolf Mount and the Berserker set, as well as the Berserker Longship pack, which includes a longship with a unique figurehead and sails, the Berserker Settlement pack, which also gives you new ways to customise your English settlement, as well as a set of runes. There's some overlap with the Drakkar and limited editions, but just with more things, and although that sounds like a lot, it's just a ton of cosmetic stuff that doesn't have a huge impact, but none of this is included in the Gold edition, so if you're someone who cares a ton about cosmetics a lot, then go for it, but as someone who doesn't care enough to spend potentially another £18 on it, I'd say the Gold edition has a better value. Now the big one here is the Assassin Creed Valhalla Collector's Edition. Assassin's Creed has sometimes had two versions with statues, where one is bigger and comes with the Season Pass and is usually somewhere between £150 to £200, and then a cheaper smaller one around £100 or less without the Season Pass. But this time Ubisoft has just done one big one, and I know a lot of people like me like the collectibles but don't want to drop a ton of money, but here if you want any of the collectibles or the statues you'll have to get the bigger one, and at base price this costs £180 or $200. It includes all the other digital content, the Ultimate Pack, Season Pass, Way of the Berserker, but the draw of this is of course the physical collectibles. The big one of course is the statue of Eivor. It comes only with the female version, which is a little odd considering that both are canon and the male one was marketed far more, basically exclusively, so it seems weird to only have the female one here, but it looks very cool nonetheless. Eivor is 30 centimeters tall and comes with her Drakkar, which is the front part of her ship, as well as her bird. You also get this steelbook which looks absolutely beautiful, this little statuette of the male Eivor with his raven which looks really good, a certificate of authenticity with the number of your collector's edition on it, 3 lithographs with art of the game as well as a soundtrack. And if you guys are going to buy this, I'd say do it as soon as possible. Considering there's numbered letters of authenticity, that says to me there aren't many of these out there, and when you consider there's going to be far more people buying this as there isn't a smaller one with a statue, I'd get on it as soon as possible to avoid it running out of stock. Also, it's only available on the Ubisoft store, so you'll have to pick it up there. In terms of actual value, I'd say go with the Gold Edition. It has all the major content in the game, but with nothing that's going to bump up the price, no like cosmetics, no weapons, nothing like that. And I also just think the cover is also far nicer than the one you get with the Standard Edition. So that's all of the editions of this game. What are your thoughts on this, and which one do you think you'll be getting? I was really hoping there would be a smaller £90 one with the statue like there was with Origins, so I kinda cracked and bought the Collector's Edition, but I got about £36 off it with that Ubisoft store deal, so it wasn't that bad. Anyway guys, I hope that's helped you make your decision. If it did, maybe leave a like, and if it didn't, maybe let me know and I can hopefully sort that out with you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.